Right, I'm going to teach you some Japanese. So this is something entirely different that I'm doing, and although it's kind of similar to videos I've done before where I've just sat in front of the camera and talked, it isn't exactly the same. And that's because these videos are going to have a simple, unified objective. Teach Japanese, learn Japanese. I'm going to Japan in 2 weeks and I need a crash course. All the stuff that I say on here will be stuff that I know quite well, but if I make a mistake, that's fine. Feel free to criticize me, but don't hate me, because learning a language is just a race to see who can make the most mistakes. So these are 5 simple Japanese phrases. The first one is a two-parter, hi and ie. They're respectively yes and no. Kore wa GameCube desu ka? Is this a GameCube? Hi, GameCube desu. Yep, it's a GameCube. Ie means no, it's I-I-E. Ie. Kore wa GameCube desu ka? Is this a GameCube? Ie. Game Boy desu. Nah, it's a Game Boy. Yosh means okay, and it's normally pronounced in like a really excited way, like yosh. And it's used when people are doing Japanese archery. I've forgotten what it's called. And if you hit the target, everybody shouts yosh. Yes! But it can also be used to just say, okay, yeah, that's good, generally quite enthusiastically. It's pronounced yosh, but it's spelled Y-O-S-H-I because you cannot end a Japanese word with a consonant that isn't N. But I'll explain the Japanese alphabet at some point later on. Nani desu ka? Is normally how people pronounce that in anime. I don't watch a lot of anime, but I noticed every time I watched it, every time somebody was like surprised by something, they'd go like nani in like a voice. Maybe it was just one anime, I don't even know. It means what. So if you're surprised by something and you want to know what's going on, you can be like nani. Honto desu ka means really. You can just say honto, H-O-N-T-O. It's used when you're surprised by something somebody said, but it can also be used to confirm something. So if somebody tells you that they're building a building taller than the Burj Khalifa, you might be like, Honto desu ka? Really? Really? And then they might reply with honto desu, meaning really. Finally, something that will make you seem way better at Japanese than you actually are. So desu ka. You can also say so desu ne, and I'll explain the difference in a second. If you say this after somebody's been speaking in Japanese, they think that you know what they said, and so it can make you seem a lot better than you actually are, because it means is that so, and it's used so commonly in Japanese speech. It implies interest in what somebody's saying and helps to build flow in conversation. So if you take away one thing from this video, just remember, if you're listening to somebody speaking in Japanese and they pause and it sounds like they're finished speaking, just say so desu ka, and then they'll continue speaking. You can continue listening to them because they'll think that you understand and you can try and decipher what they're saying. It's very polite, and what are the Japanese if they're not polite? It's very polite, and what are the Japanese if they're not polite? The difference between so desu ka and so desu ne is that ka is a little more inquisitive, because ka is the end of the sentence particle for a question. So, like I said earlier, when I was talking about the GameCube, kore wa GameCube desu ka, or is this a GameCube question mark, it more firmly implies that you're asking about what they were talking about than so desu ne. There you go, taught you some Japanese. Hope that was an interesting video, and I hope that you'll come back for more. You can subscribe about there, or is it about there? I don't know, I don't even know. I'm attending an event called Hyper Japan on Friday, which is a convention about Japanese culture, which I think is going to be really interesting. So I'm going to try and post a daily vlog of that. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to do another one of these. I don't know. I appreciate that people like the vlogs, but it's been really difficult for me to keep them up, only because of professional commitments as well as personal life stuff. You know, I've really struggled to fit it in, and it's not very professional to be vlogging on set while you're shooting a professional thing for another company, so I don't do that. So that's about it. Outro.